أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the kingdom of Ibn Ziyad, when the head of Imam Hussein and his companions were being brought in, and so were all the women, there was one woman among all, Sayyida Zaynab alayhi salam. Ibn Ziyad asked her, كيف رأيت صنع الله بأخيك وأهل بيتك? How did you find the decree of Allah regarding your brother and the people of your household? She replied, ما رأيت إلا جميلا. I saw nothing but beauty. Imam Hussein's mission physically ended in Karbala on the day of Ashur, but Sayyida Zaynab alayhi salam continued this mission. She saw the death of her sons, the death of her brothers, the death of her nephews. She saw Bibi Sakina alayhi salam being slapped and her earrings being snatched. Yet she said, ما رأيت إلا جميلا. I saw nothing but beauty. I can only see grief, harm, sorrow, and suffering. Where's the beauty? Lady Zaynab alayhi salam said, ما رأيت إلا جميلا. But we all know the word beautiful in Arabic means jamala. So what did she mean by ما رأيت إلا جميلا? Well, ما رأيت إلا جميلا. Jamila in the sentence has two meanings. The first meaning is beautiful, but the second meaning is she saw Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the tragedy of Karbala. She saw qurbatan ilallah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She knew that tawakkul was the ultimate key to success. So what is tawakkul? Tawakkul is placing all your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is knowing that Allah will be there for you even at your lowest points. Lady Zaynab alayhi salam, she possessed this full trust that this sacrifice she's giving and this suffering she's going through is temporary, and what lies in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hands is eternal. She knew she was going to get the rewards for whatever sacrifice she's giving, for her patience, her resilience, and her courage. She sacrificed everything for humanity, for us Muslims, and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here we are today admiring Lady Zaynab's courage, subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in Surah Talaq, verse number 3, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَالِغُ أَمْرِهِ قَدْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدْرًا. And provide them from sources they could never imagine. And whosoever puts their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then He alone is sufficient for them. Verily, Allah achieves His will. Allah has set a destiny for everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains us in this beautiful verse that only if we ask Allah for the impossible, then we would truly notice His power, as He is the all-powerful. Not only Sayyida Zaynab alayhi salam, but there was another lady who gave everything for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and trusted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the hardest points of her life. And that was Lady Maryam alayhi salam. When she gave birth to Nabi Isa alayhi salam, she knew that the people were going to talk. They were going to question, how did Nabi Isa alayhi salam come into this world without his father? But she was not afraid because she knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be standing with her at every step of her life. And that's when she went. She faced those people and Allah did not disappoint her. Allah gave the power to Nabi Isa alayhi salam to speak in the cradle as a baby, to defend his mother as a baby. That is the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we have full trust in Him, when we have tawakkul in Him. Tawakkul is standing in front of the Red Sea and not even flinching with an army behind you, because you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will get you through. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala captures that epic moment in the Holy Quran in Surah Ash-Shura, verse 61 to 63, chapter 65, chapter 25. The Israelites, they look to Musa alayhi salam in a state of panic. They say, "Oh Musa, we are overtaken. We will be captured." Musa alayhi salam calmly replies, "No, we shall not. For my Lord is with me, and He shall guide me." And indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was with Musa alayhi salam. And lo and behold, Allah split the Red Sea for Musa alayhi salam. That is the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you have full trust in Him, when you have tawakkul in Him. Under Karbala's burning sky, Zaynab stood tall, watching the fall of Akbar, Abbas, and them all. Her heart shattered, yet her faith stood strong, for with Allah's plan, she could never go wrong. With tawakkul in her heart, she carried the weight, trusting in Allah through every twist of fate. Her words, her strength, her unwavering stand became the beacon for every oppressed land. Through her tears, she declared with certainty, this pain holds a beauty divine and free. Hussein's message lives, his banner flies high, a legacy of truth no tyrant can deny. There have been times when I've doubted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's power. Why? Shaitan, he puts these whispers into our minds when life's tests feel hard. But we should all learn from Sayyida Zaynab alayhi salam to turn hardship into worship and to trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at every step of our life. तो हम क्यों शक करें वो खुदा पर जिसने मूसा के लिए 2 समंदर जुदा किए, जिसने बीबी मरियम की इज्जत रखने के लिए ईसा को बोलने की कुदरत दी, जिसने हर एक शख्स जो ये वीडियो देख रहा है उसके दिल में मोहब्बत हुसैन का रंग भर दिया। तो हम क्यों शक करें वो खुदा पर जिसने अपनी रहमत से सब कुछ सजाया। Verily, Imam Ali alayhi salam has said in Bihar al-Anwar, volume 56, page 79, Tawakkul on God is a source of relief from every evil and a protection from every enemy. Ilahi bihaqi Zaynab ajil ala dhuhur al-Mahdi. Jazakumullah khair al-jaza.